Shut the fuck up. Feel waters running deep.
Apologize. Asan Nanya is on with Vada now, and I'm going to talk to you. She's on right now with Vada. I think she literally, like, the second that Nanya came up, like Vada's butt cheeks clenched so fucking hard, you know, because honestly, like, she is so fucking nervous right now. I bet she is so nervous.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jess. The only thing I'm fighting here is them coming at me, trying to tell me that I'm trying to bank off or I'm trying to exploit a situation when I've got literally 40 videos on my whole channel. Seriously. And I've only had 3 videos mainly about Marvon at all. That's it. Not to mention, I built a group on Facebook to try to get the word out, and it was called Say His Name, and it had Marvon's profile picture, and it's not monetized either. And I worked my ass off, posted my ass off on that group, trying to bring awareness. I have been behind the scenes trying to help his parents. I have done everything I can. There is no motive behind me helping at all. Nothing. I am helping a family I don't know. I'm just that type, though. I'm the type that would literally jump in front of a bus for a homeless person. I'm just that way. Being monetized. I haven't even look. If I was worried about being monetized, I would have put in for it. I've talked to YouTube about it, and I wanted to wait. You want to see?
Okay, she said she's talked to YouTube about it and she wanted to wait. That doesn't make sense. Like, I monetized and I went through the process of it. All I had to do was just click a button and, like, apply for it. And, like 24 hours later, they told me you're monetized. What is she talking about that she talked to them and she wanted to wait? Who the fuck did she talk to? And why did she talk to them? You don't have to talk to anybody when you fucking apply for monetization. I didn't.
Yes, become a partner. Right there. Become a partner. Okay?
They already asked me. Oh my God. Vada, everybody gets that. Everybody gets a notification when you are able to be monetized. It wasn't something special just for you.
Nanya is not blocked. I know I unblocked her specifically for this stream so that she could come up. One second, guys. Let's wait on Nanya to come up. Nanya, here's a new link. Y'all just saw where she wasn't blocked. Somebody had to have reblocked her. Because I wasn't even in there. Come on, Chica.
Did she say, come on, Chica? Did she say that? Come on, Chica? Did you guys hear that? Come on, Chica? Is that what she said? Oh my God.
There you are. Oh, damn. Wow, I'm 10 foot big and you're little. Hold on one second. Hey, Nanya.
Hey, Vada.
What are you thinking?
What am I what?
What are you thinking?
What am I what?
What do you
Listen, so it sounds like as you've gone through the stream, it sounds like there's a lot of things that you may not even know. I did tag you in a post because you blocked me on Facebook Messenger. And so I couldn't show you the actual screenshot where Letitia absolutely made a post on her own Facebook page saying that if you didn't want to give to the GoFundMe for the lawyer funds, please send them to her Cash App.
Okay. Let me go look at it. You tagged me on Facebook?
No, on YouTube. I put it on my community page.
Oh, I was looking on Facebook. I was going to say, because you're not blocked on YouTube. I mean, I blocked you during the stream because I was so hot on Facebook, but I unblocked it afterward.
I don't care about that.
I do that.
You could block me any day of the week. That to me, none of that. You already know. Like, none of that matters to me. At the end of the day, like, the truth is what matters to me, and the truth is that the entire family needs to log off and just go handle it on their own.
And you're right. And I said at the beginning of my stream that at least with Nunya, I could block, unblock, we could get in an argument. Well, actually, I said that we never block. I blocked maybe twice, and then I unblocked because I felt bad. But okay. Since you aren't that great at checking your receipts.
Okay, do you hear her? I didn't block you. Oh, but then I blocked you, and when I was live, and then I unblocked you. And then, like, I don't block, but then, like, I blocked you, and then, my God, do you guys are you guys hearing the same thing I am? Like, she's just, like, talking in circles here right now. I think she literally, like, the second the Nenya came up, like Beta's butt cheeks clenched so fucking hard, because honestly, like, she is so fucking nervous right now. I bet she is so nervous.
Yeah, somebody for our You're welcome. I know you're afraid of receipts and to ignore this, but at least the people who watch you will see the truth behind the lies. It's not lies. All right, let me see the screenshot. Okay, I really need help to get a lawyer for visitation rights to see my son. If no one wants to contribute to the GoFundMe, as in they don't want to contribute to the GoFundMe towards the lawyer, here's my Cash App. Everything helps if you know a lawyer that practice law that's in Tucson that's willing to take our case. Please let me know. I've contacted a lot of lawyers in Tucson and surrounding areas. So right here, she's saying, I really need help to get a lawyer for visitation rights to see my son. If no one wants to contribute to the GoFundMe, as in for the lawyer, then here's my Cash Apps. She's not saying that the Cash App directly is for that too.
She absolutely says, if anybody wants to help me get a lawyer, here's my Cash App. She doesn't say what you have claimed she said, right? That's why I put it in my video today. Because you keep claiming that she never asked for money for the lawyer on Cash App. The only thing she asked on Cash App was for transportation and to help pay, like, the bills with work that she had to miss and all that kind of stuff. That's not true.
No,
and that's what I'm saying. That post that she made is prior to her even linking up with Molly.
Well, she said, if you really listen, she just said, I really need help to find a lawyer to get visitation rights to see my son. If no one wants to
I love you, Autumn. I love you, girl.
Everything helps. She wasn't saying directly, though, that my Cash App is going to be for lawyers.
There's nothing on that post with her Cash App that says to help me out with transportation, lodging, food.
She said it on Molly's channel.
Time missed from work. There's nothing on that post that says that.
On Molly's channel, when she was live, she was asked, other people were asking, are there other methods that we could pay you directly instead of just the GoFundMe, because they wanted her to have her money right away. That way we could help with lodging and all of that. And then even Molly said, I'll give you $200 for a day at the spa for your nails and whatever. And she said, yeah, here's my other pay links. And that's when that happened.
I get that part. I get that. That's never been the claim. The claim was she never asked for money for a lawyer out of the Cash App. So the only money that was to go to the lawyer was on the GoFundMe. And what I'm explaining to you and what I'm showing you an absolute receipt for is that prior to her even linking up with Molly, Katie, any of them, right? She had already asked on her Cash App for help with the lawyer. Never talked about transportation, never talked about all that other stuff. I understand those conversations came later on, but the whole point was she absolutely did ask for lawyer fees on the Cash App.
Boom. Oh, we love Nanya. Oh my God, that girl's got the receipts. And this is why I'm, like, excited for this, because, like, Nanya is, like, seriously, like, she comes with receipts. Like, she comes with receipts. So, and she's very smart. She remembers, like, things that I'm like, holy shit, oh yeah, right, I don't remember that, but, like, she knows. And she knows the details. Like, Nanya is bam. Okay, yeah, let's keep going with this. Nanya's gonna kick her ass.
She clarified this post on Molly's channel. She was saying that other people were asking if they didn't want to donate towards the lawyer and the GoFundMe and wanted to donate towards everything else, than to use her pay link. She clarified what this post meant on Molly's channel. I promise
that's
you
not what she did. She didn't clarify that post.
She
Molly,
clarified
when
what she meant by her
people
pay
in the
link
chat,
versus GoFundMe.
actually, technically, what happened is Molly doesn't fuck with GoFundMe, and she was like, "I don't really roll with GoFundMe. So, do you have any other pay links that we can give the chat?" She said, "Yeah, I got a Cash App, and I think I may have a PayPal, but she didn't know
That's
what had
true.
gone on."
That's
And then
true.
she went and
I
figured out that
remember
she might have
that.
had a really old one and reused it.
Okay, we can agree to disagree on that. But either way, what did she make on Cash App? Y'all were saying $100,000, dude.
I know you say y'all. I have never, ever quoted that she made $100,000. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, none yet. Okay, what about the post that Nonsense promoted with him saying $80,000?
Correct. And again, is he not the fucking clickbait king at this point?
But why would y'all? Why would Nonsense allow him? I won't say you.
That
Why would
that was
Nonsense allow
first of all,
him
I'm
to
not going to
say
answer
that?
for anybody else. Just like you won't answer for anybody else or their actions. I'm not going to answer for what anybody else did. I'm going to answer for what I did. You're asking me questions about what I did and the things that I've said.
Okay, were you around in the chat at the time he was saying 80,000 or anything like that?
I don't think that I was in that chat, but I mean, I may have been chatting that day, not really paying attention, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think his thing was more so with the money and proving fraud and shit like that. To me, the scam part of it, in air quotes, came from the fact that the family was made aware that they could absolutely go to the VA. They knew, both of them, both sides, the mother and the biological father, knew that they could go to the VA and see him by law. Justin, Molly, they were talking on a live stream with her brother Trell,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "We've got the paperwork ready to go." This is maybe, I'm going to say maybe 3-4 days after their first couple of live streams with her. Maybe, I don't quote me on the dates, like maybe the 8th or 9th, something like that. They say,
Okay.
"We've got the paperwork ready to go. We know that it's against the law for them to not be able to go." They're going.
Okay, but she went on the 1st through the 5th, and when she got all the way down there, Dre ghosted her, wouldn't let her see him.
But Dre didn't have to let her see him. That's the thing.
But why would she
By
make
law, the same way that Senior walked into that hospital, right?
and she did
And even
everything
after she
possible
acted a
to not
fool, right?
see him,
We can agree she acted a damn fool, right?
right? She did everything
Okay.
to block
She
that from
did.
happening.
What did the hospital say? "Ma'am, no matter how much you act the fool, he's coming in to see his son."
Right, they got lucky, and she moved him right after that.
No. First of all, they didn't get lucky. The law was followed. The law is not luck. They
I'm
followed the
saying,
law in Arizona. That's what they did. And for 5 days, he got to keep going and keep going and keep going. I don't know about anybody
hey,
else, but there is nobody in this world that could walk into a hospital and demand somebody be moved. That's not what happened.
but Dre also told Letitia that she had filed a restraining order against her. She wasn't, what could she do? All Dre would have to say when Letitia went down there is that she felt like her life was in danger. Even when she was yelling about Marvon, she was thinking Wynette was Letitia. She was absolutely,
True.
all she had to say is that she felt like she was in danger, and boom, Letitia would have been denied. She was going to do everything possible for Letitia not to be able to see him, or she
But
would have let him see him on
but
the
that's
first
not
and
true,
fifth.
Veda, because Wynette was allowed to come in. So
Then
if
why wasn't
Wynette
Letitia
was
able
actually
to
Letitia,
go
as she
first
thought
to the
she
fifth?
was, she would have been in the building. She would
Why
have been in
wasn't
the room.
Why wasn't Letitia able to the first to the fifth?
I don't know. I don't even know of her actually going during that time.
She
There's
absolutely.
been no proof, like no actual receipt shown that she was there during that time. So
She
I
was
don't know. I
calling
can't.
from a hotel room there talking to the hospital guy, and then y'all claimed she was asking for medical information, and she never asked for medical
There,
information. She just wanted to know if he was
no. Here's
there.
the thing. There's no proof that she was making that call from a hotel room, though.
She told
She
me
made
she
a
was.
phone call. I'll
I
give you
believe
that.
that
She
I believe
absolutely
her when
made
she
a
said
phone
she
call.
went down there. I believe her when she said she went down there.
And that's okay. Again, like I don't have like that's totally fine. Like, who am I? Whatever. I don't really care about that. When it comes to the restraining order, there was absolutely nothing filed in the courts. There was not even preliminary, like a temporary until a judge sees it. Nothing at
Letitia
all was
has it.
there. But
That's
all
not
she
true,
did
man.
was so here's the thing you may not know, right? So there was a live stream that got clipped by the Facebook group admins. They clipped it. And in that, somebody is suggesting in the comments that she filed for a restraining order. Dre says, I don't think I have enough or anything to even show a judge to get a restraining order, right? But they don't clip that part. They just clip the other part. They send it to Letitia to show her, no, she has a restraining order. Don't go.
And Letitia went to the police station, and the guy gave her the copy of the restraining order. And then Dre was supposed to go to court and prove how this woman was a threat to her and bail.
Vada, that is not true, Vada. That is not true.
I've asked Letitia over and over and over about this restraining order. I said, why didn't you go with Marvon Sr. and Wynette whenever you had the chance? Because everybody.
But it's already been proven that she lies. She doesn't tell the whole truth. She tells the truth that's convenient for the minute. Did you see the paperwork?
Every piece of paperwork that she has means she's lying. Y'all said the same thing about her never filing for a court order for Marvon when she did.
Did you? Well, no, she didn't. She never filed. She absolutely never filed in the courts. That's not true. She never filed not one document in the courts. She herself said she said they were ready to file, but then she was able to work it out with Dre and get to see him. So they never actually filed any documents. And when Molly showed a document on the screen and said, look, here's the court documents, that was a damn lie.
She did file to see him. But y'all's argument was she never obtained an attorney. She never retained an attorney. That's what the whole donation scam was based on, was those two facts. And that's not true.
No,
she did obtain
the claim was she did not use the money. She did not use the money that she received
for a lawyer.
For a lawyer.
Which
she did not use, which according to Goose, I'll go by Goose's quote that she gave on like back in maybe late September-ish, maybe-ish. Don't quote me on the date there either. But Goose went on a live stream, right? When she was on the live stream with Uni. And they said she made how much?
Well, he was saying 80,000. I don't know what Goose
No, not
said.
what did he say? What did Goose, Molly, and Justin claim?
I don't know.
Okay. So they claim that she made $8,000.
Okay.
That
sounds about
right. So what I say, not what anybody else says, what I say is she did not spend $8,000 on an attorney. By your receipts
I
that
have
you show,
tons of invoices.
By your receipts that you show, so Goose says she only collected 8,000, but by the receipt you show she collects 12,000.
Where are you saying 12,000? I said
that's what your receipt showed on the tax documents.
Her tax forms are 12,000 for the year, the whole year.
Right.
Not for from July to December. I show the Cash App receipts month by month on there. I'll send them to you. If you want them, I'll send them to you.
So you're saying from January to June, she got $4,000?
I'll show you. I'll tell you what she got on Cash App right here. Let me show you. I put the W-2 up there. I got them right here in my drive. Look at them on your messenger. I'm going to send them to you.
To me, I can't go on. I'm on my phone on StreamYard, so I can't go in there. I won't be able to go into Messenger, or else it'll kick me out. To
I
me,
showed month to month.
Even if you take away the 4,000, it still means there's $8,000, and that's not accounted for. And it was $8,000 collected based off of lies. That's my point.
What was the lies?
The lie was she couldn't go see him because Dre is stopping her.
Dre was stopping her.
No, that's not true. The law says she can absolutely go and see him. And just like Marvon Sr. went to go see her, she could have walked through the same doors.
She didn't know that at the time. She thought she had a restraining order against her. She didn't know at the time.
You just said if she was there from July 1st to July 5th, okay?
He went there July 1st to July 5th, and Dre absolutely wouldn't give her nothing.
Senior was there from June 18th to June 24th. So tell me again how it's possible that she didn't know when he was already able to walk in the door. How is it possible she wouldn't have known that the hospital told him he had a right to go and see him by law?
Because what did the hospital tell her on the phone?
Why would she even go to the That's what I'm saying. Because she's calling and saying, can you tell me if he's there? No, they can't give out information.
So we can't give any information whatsoever unless you're the wife. And at the end, she said, so even if I come there, you won't be able to do anything. And he said, no.
Exactly. Even if you come to my face, I cannot tell you any information. That does not mean she could not visit. She knew she could visit before she even started collecting a dime, Veda.
Let's listen to the phone call.
But the phone call, I mean, so to me, what's the difference? It still says the same thing.
It doesn't. She was inquiring about seeing him, and he said, "No matter what, if you come, I cannot tell you if he's here or not," is what he was saying to her. That's how she took it.
That's how she took it. I'll give you that.
And Dre absolutely said during the 1st and the 5th that she could come. She comes down there, she ghosts her. Marvon Sr., yes, he got to go down there and go in.
So tell me this, right? I know that you're married. I'm married.
She doesn't know
Okay.
that. She
So
can't read the future.
if your husband, right, fell ill and you didn't tell his family, okay, let's just say that's the choice that you made for whatever reason, right? Okay. We're just hypothetically, okay? And the day that your mother-in-law finds out, not only does she tag your husband's ex, but she also starts to let the family go at it in the comments of all the things that she could have potentially have done to him. Would you
be upset if
as
you
a calm, cool, collected person be like, yeah, sure, come on over, let's come on over, sure, open arms? Absolutely not. I wouldn't, and I'm a pretty rational person.
Thank you, Nanya. Thank you, Nanya. It's awesome, this girl. I am gonna just 2 seconds back. I just kind of missed what Veda said to her in return to that. So here.
That she could have potentially done to him. Would you as a calm, collected person, be like, yeah, sure, come on over, let's come on over, sure, open arms? Absolutely not. I wouldn't, and I'm a pretty rational person.
She was just sent a video of her son in a coma and wasn't notified. Anybody would be pissed.
Absolutely. And while I understood that, I literally, there's not one time where you can show that I've ever had bashed them up until January when she got in those comments of Molly's live stream and said, everyone needs to see this.
I'm literally reacting to a video of tonight of you only bashing them.
Tonight. This is a year later, Veda, because it's ridiculous.
So why bash them?
How in the world do they think they will ever get answers if they go on live saying she killed him? What the fuck? What normal sane person is going to be like, oh yeah, you've accused me and helped the entire internet come after me and put my kids' safety at risk?
No,
but yeah, sure. Let me give you fucking answers.
They never said what they felt about her publicly till later. Katie did that, and you know she did.
Katie's a piece of shit. I've said that from the very beginning. You know how I feel about her. She's a piece of shit. She did piece of shit things from the very beginning. She called her a murderer. She led the charge on fucking calling CPS at that time. Yes. She helped the bio dad. She did all kinds of fucked up shit.
Then why didn't y'all tell anybody that part? Why did y'all put it all on Molly and Jessica?
Did you ever watch a stream that I've ever been on? Did you see the stream where I was on panel with Katie and told her that same exact thing? And she said, the reason why I'm blocked on her page is because she's afraid of me. Did you watch that? Like, if you don't watch that, then what else do you want me to do from there?
Are you talking about where she said, "Are you mad at me"? Is that what you're talking about?
She said you scare me.
You scare me.
I scare her because I have an opinion, and I'm not going to back down on my opinion.
I heard you say you don't agree with how she is. I did hear you say that.
Do y'all notice how Veda keeps talking over on Nanya? You guys notice that? Yeah, I do. I'm just checking chat so I don't miss anything. But it's fine for Veda to bash Dre, mother dealing with the most traumatic circumstances. Yeah, exactly, right? They are sitting up there constantly bashing Dre. Yeah.
Yeah, and I flat out told her I don't think that her sorry ass apology, which I said it in other words because I was trying to dial it down for her so she wouldn't be terrified of me and run away, because I know she tends to do that from her past and her history that I've seen. But so hey, I'm going to calmly tell you, I don't think your whack apology that you chose to do after you did all this fuck shit means a damn thing.
Where is her?
You still did it.
Where was her apology?
Her apology was on her page. Her apology was in her live stream. She said, "I'm walking away from this. I see. I thought things were something that they weren't, and I'm out."
And at the same time, she's still behind the scene trying to get Dre's kids taken while she's apologizing.
Right. And you know what that makes her? The same piece of shit she already was in front of the scenes.
I just don't understand out of all that time why her part couldn't have been. She did so much damage to Dre.
She did, but she wasn't the only one. That's the problem that people miss. She was not the only person.
Y'all made sure everybody else that was a part of it paid but her.
Yeah, I would disagree. I would disagree because I think there's a lot of things that well, I can't, again, I'm not here to speak for anybody else. I'm only here to speak for myself, but I've been very vocal at equally spinning out accountability for those who needed it.
If you look at Nonsense's channel, it's all Molly. There's nothing about Katie. There's not a stream with Katie featured and calling her out to hold her accountable whatsoever.
Because if she walked away, what was the point of continuing to follow her at that point when there were other people continuing out front to give out misinformation, to continue to encourage people to go to this girl's house and show pictures of the front of her house?
And Nonsense was one of them. She was one of them bashing Dre and spreading that.
Nonsense never has showed a picture of Dre's house.
Oh my God. You see how they do that? Like, you know what? Nonsense. No. I've never seen Nonsense show a picture of Dre's house. I do not believe. Nanya's bringing mad facts. Yes. Vada, go watch her Facebook apology. How does Vada know if KJ was behind the scenes doing anything? Exactly. Like, how does she know that? Oh my goodness. I'm just reading you guys some of your comments. Or incite others to directly encourage to do it to, and has done it in the past to others and continues to. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Never happened.
I didn't say that. I said she was behind helping with that narrative, saying Dre did it too.
Show the receipts.
I will. I have them. She was right
there.
Yeah,
see, but you've been saying that though. You've been saying that for months now, and you don't show receipts. Very similar to how you say that I created that account of Penelope's, and I absolutely did not. But you've been saying for about 2 months now you're going to show receipts. So here's the thing: you cannot say a fact, right? You can't say something as a fact like you know that it is, and there's no receipt for it.
You know, you framed me with that Penelope fucking docs, and I proved it. I proved those YouTube.
Absolutely, you did not. Absolutely, you did not. You absolutely did that. Now I will correct it though, because I don't believe you did it with the malicious intent. So that's part of what is a dox. So I'll absolutely apologize and correct for that part. But I do believe that you ignorantly went and shared her real life information without doing your research.
I didn't even know Penelope to share it. Why would I share that when I don't even know Penelope?
Vada, it's her handle on those receipts. You can't, like, there's no getting around that.
Tomorrow, let's set up a stream tomorrow. Let's put the receipts together. Let's do this. Let's do it the right way. I offered it before. Let's do it. Let's set up a stream in StreamYards. No shit. I'm not joking. And put your receipts against mine. We'll put 5 or 6 topics. You bring your receipts against mine and we'll go. Deal?
I'm good with it. I don't have no problem with that.
Including the Penelope docs. I'll be glad to do it.
Here's the thing, Letitia. You can say you never bashed Andrea, but let me tell you how you did inadvertently. And again, I don't think you watched enough to even know what was going on.
Okay, please
and that's
don't go at her right now. Please just be nice if you're going to.
No, I am. 100%. I'm always going to. This isn't my page. I'll be respectful. I don't have no problem with that, right? But I don't even think that Letitia and Wynette and Mr. Jackson, I don't think that they even know exactly what was going on when they weren't watching. And so when they went into those streams and they were like, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for, speaking out for us. Where I believe their intention truly was saying, thanks for being a voice for us. I don't think that they understood that really what they were saying is thank you for bashing her, because that is exactly what happened. Like, does Letitia know that Molly went on a stream and said she believes that Dre was going to stab her children?
But
there's no altered that shit is still around. Like, there's no altered clip of that. She absolutely said that.
But why do they have to pay for what Molly's done? Why?
Because if I come to you, Vada, right? If you let's say somebody's attacking me, right? Let's just say somebody on YouTube is attacking me and you do a stream, right? and you're like, oh man, that's wrong. They shouldn't have done that to Nunya. They shouldn't have attacked Nunya like that, right? Okay, cool. That's what's
Thank
up.
you,
All right.
Stargazer.
And I'm in
I
your
love you,
comment, and I'm
sweetheart.
like, oh, thanks so much. Vada.
I'll take my
And then the
medication
next
right now.
day, you happen to go and you go real life on that person, right? You dox their kids. You show their medical records, criminal records, any and everything. You show pictures of their house. You dox the fuck out of them, right?
Okay.
And all the way, you encourage people to call CPS because I don't think these kids are straight. You do all these things, right? And then the next day I come in, I'm like, Vada, you're the greatest. Thank you so much for doing this. Like, thanks for staying on top of these people like this. Maybe I didn't see that day before when you went real life on them. That's possible. It's absolutely a possibility. But if I'm telling you, if I'm saying you're doing a great job at what you're doing, and what you're doing, part of what you're doing is that real life shit. Part of what you're doing is damaging and making somebody's children unsafe. Yeah, I'm absolutely at fault for that.
Okay, but doxing his whole family in the same turn and costing them their home and everything else, that's putting them in danger too. Everybody was put in danger in this. Everyone. Katie was the one that first posted Dre's address to get her attacked. Nobody says that part. She left her address just sitting up there for 48 hours. Everybody was screaming, hey, take that down, take it down. And she wouldn't. And then boom, 3 days. Okay, that was on the 8th. And then on the 10th.
Oh my God. Okay, like, are you guys noticing the same thing I am? I just want to make sure. Like, she deflects every question to somebody else. Mostly Katie. So, like, are you guys seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? She's not really answering any questions. She's just kind of deflecting it off to somebody else. Oh, but what about this? Oh, but what about, like, she's not really answering the questions, right? I saw Molly on panel with BHP, doxed Dre's full address with BHP, looking it up on Google Maps. And that was on Molly's channel. I think I remember that. Nikki. KJ has a whole community of hate channels. I don't know what good it do to even make the videos. And I did include her in my video about it all. So Vada can't say we've never held her accountable. That's right, exactly. And I think KJ even held herself accountable. Right, KJ? I'm pretty sure, did she not make a statement or make a post or something about, like, how she didn't want to be part of it anymore and how she, was sorry that she, I think, directed people over to, like, the fundraiser and all that kind of crap. I know that she did apologize for her part in it, and she said that she was going to back away, and I believe that she did back away. I haven't watched Kitty for a long time, so I don't know if she's talked about her, about Dre or Vaughn over the last little while, but I haven't seen her talk about it, so let's keep going here.
The cops caught on Molly for it.
No, here's the thing though, Vada, what you may have missed is Betty came on a stream with Molly on the 7th, okay, on the 7th. During that stream, Betty goes into Google Earth, which that's, really anybody can go into Google Earth, right? She puts the full address in to show the Google Earth image of the home and where the shed is and all that stuff. Meanwhile, the entire address is on the screen, the whole live stream. Katie did it and Molly did it. Like, that's a fair statement to me. They both did it.
And then on the 10th, Katie gives a full tour of the fucking inside of the sheds. I mean, the inside of the backyard where the sheds are, the outside their cars, the front of the trailer, everything.
Do you also know that? And again, I'm not. Again, they both did it though. Molly gets a video of somebody who has actually gone into the backyard into her back.
Okay, there we go again. How she just deflected, right? She Nunya is pointing out that both KJ and Molly and Betty put out the address of Dre, but you see Vada here is completely eliminating Molly from the equation here. She's only focusing on what KJ did, or, you know, like Molly, what anything that has to do with Molly, she just like just sweeps it away, pushes it away, and just like deflects every time.
House on her property.
She didn't
Went
ask her
into
to
the
do that.
backyard and recorded
She didn't ask
the
her
shed.
to.
What?
She didn't ask that girl to go do it.
She didn't ask her to do it, but guess who showed it? See what I mean? It
What?
still is making it unsafe. The same way that Katie is a piece of shit for doing that.
But none of y'all go at Katie for what she did more damage in the whole 3 or 4 weeks she was in that shit than anybody did. Y'all.
So you're telling me Katie did more damage in the 3 weeks she was covering this than Molly has done in the whole entire year that
Did Molly
she's been
call
almost
the police
covering it?
to try to re-implicate Dre for murder? No, Katie did. Did Molly call CPS and try to send them evidence and get their kids taken? No. Did Molly call the border to have her arrested? No. Did Molly dox the whole family? No, she didn't.
In 3 weeks, Katie
That's
did.
That's what Katie did.
Okay. So did Katie ever do a live stream about how Vaughn didn't love Dre and that's why he wanted to commit suicide?
No, you're right on that one. No, that was wrong.
Okay. Did she ever do a live stream saying that she feared that Dre was going to stab her kids?
Well, which one's worse? You stating the fact that Dre murdered him, or
trigger warning in the comments, please.
We just don't want
some of this is a
him
little bit harsh.
murder her husband.
And
that insinuates that she's murdering her husband.
What did Nonsense cut that to?
Nonsense didn't cut it. Apparently Katie did, but the originals are out there, both on Justin's page and on Manny on the Mike's page.
Yes, she took the originals and cut them, correct.
But the insinuation is the same. The insinuation is that she's murdering her husband, and nobody wants to watch her do that.
But why cut it then, Nanya? Why not?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Katie that. I have no clue. That's Katie's clip. I actually just watched it tonight, and it finally clicked what you've been trying to say for days. So I was like, oh, that's what she's saying. Is she shared a post of somebody else's? Okay, fine. But she didn't cut that clip.
Nonsense's watermark is on it.
Well, again, number one. No, it's not. That's Katie's clip all day, every day. No, you know that. That's number one.
It's not.
But number two, I'm not going to account for what somebody else's did, right? What I'm saying is, it's no matter what. At the end of the day, this was a family issue that never should have hit the internet.
And it wouldn't have if she would have just contacted the family, dude.
So they've done nothing. Parents. They just have been amazing parents and loving parents this last year.
So did you hear her say that? She would have just contacted the parent, dude. Like, yeah, if they would have just done what fucking Letitia wanted her to do without any fucking thought for anybody else, just do what we tell you to do and we'll leave you alone kind of type of thing. That's almost what I got from that. So, yeah. Oh my God. Seriously. Oh God.
Year. They've done nothing over this last year that they would even remotely say, damn, I probably shouldn't have gone that route.
No, but they didn't deserve to be framed for a donation scam. Doxed to hell. His probation officer's number doxed. They don't deserve to be framed with cut audio, fucked up screenshots, and all kinds of stuff. No, that's not deserved. For her to lose her house, to have her address posted on a fucking thumbnail.
But you just said tonight that her address, you said tonight her address was posted by Molly first.
Wait, whose?
Molly has 80K subs. Had 80, 90K subs.
The grandmother's address, Molly. Dre's address, Katie.
Yeah, so here's my thing again. They're both piece of shit people. They both did no good. Neither one of them had the actual best interest of this family at heart. And that is the absolute truth of this. Neither one of them did. They both had malicious intentions from the very beginning. They both seen this as a story and they seen the amount of views. They seen the amount of subs that she had, or whatever they're called, like whatever, followers that she had on Facebook, and they seen how they could cash in. Both of them did that. That's the truth. Neither one of them had the best intentions of attempting to actually help the family make peace. Even the admins of the Facebook group had no intentions of trying to help them reconcile, trying to bring peace, trying to mediate it. Nobody has ever taken the time to do that because everybody only wants to see their side of things. It's all fucked up. That's the truth of it.
It is. And all parties should be punished. If y'all are going to punish Molly and Justin to the fucking lengths that they've been punished, to where she's pretty much gone off YouTube now, then so should have Katie. You say Katie apologized.
Oh my God. Okay, I just want to point out again that there she goes again. Not answering for herself or for Molly, the person that she seems to be, simping and fighting for so much. Like, I mean, is Vada Molly's lawyer now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane, She never answers the question. She constantly deflects back to Katie. Constantly. They all do. Or nonsense, I guess. Every once in a while, they throw a nonsense in there.
No, Katie had nonsense and Unirock as her mouthpiece from then on. She was right there. She even admitted on video that she gave them the narrative to run with. She didn't need to be on the scene. They did it for her.
Again,
and as far as
this is going to be a 9-hour live. I know.
And he was already gone from the fucking VA. By the time she would have went down there, she was not psychic enough to know that if she went down there with Marvin and them, knowing that or believing that she had a restraining order against her, I wouldn't have went either if I thought that.
So tell me this, right?
So a couple of mistakes and a couple things that she misunderstood.
Right? She finds out, right? Her and Dre have a conversation on the phone the day that she finds out, right? Their conversation essentially is, when you get here, I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to show you these things. Dre sends her a message and said, hey, don't come right now. He has COVID. He has C. diff. It's not safe for him. Just hold off and you can come.
And she didn't. And then guess what Dre did? She allowed her to come. She gave her the room number, gave her exactly the location to come. She gets there and is turned down and has to go back home.
Vada.
That's absolute.
Why does the story change every time y'all?
Okay, so I want to just clear up something, like clarify, I guess, not clear up, because I'm not quite sure. Okay, so did Letitia go see Vaughn twice? Because if Vada is now saying that Letitia went there and went to go visit him and then she was turned away. Okay, but isn't there not video from Letitia in Vaughn's room? Isn't there not video of Letitia filming Dre's phone in the hospital room? So, did she go twice? She is claiming Letitia went a first time, which was rumored but never proven before. Right, okay, I remember that too, yeah. She did not ever post pics publicly. She went, they all that popped up. Like she never got to go. Yeah, I know definitely that she did go see her. And the filming in the room was Wynette, not Letitia. Okay, thank you, Nanya. I was confused about that. I knew somebody was filming her phone. Which does not show deception in itself? Like, does that not show just deception in itself? That they had, ulterior motives going to see their son? That they're sitting there telling everybody that they're fighting so hard for. Oh, poor us, we can't go see. Like, we need money for this. And then they go there, and then like when they do get to go there, they're filming her. They're like filming her phone. That takes time to do that. That takes a moment to do that. It takes, you know what I mean? If they were there to go see their son, then why would they be doing stuff like that?
How the story changed? All I said is she went down there and tried to see him, and she couldn't. How is that changing the story? Is it still the same story?
Oh, Jesus be offense.
I know, man. You never get
along. The end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, none of these people on the internet give a fuck about him. None of these people on the internet give a fuck about any of them. They don't care about Letitia. They don't care about, as much as they claim they do, they don't care about Marvin. They don't care about Wynette. They don't care about Vaughn. They don't care about Dre. They don't care about the kids. They
That's
care
your
about
opinion. That is your
people
opinion.
continuing to discuss it. How many videos have I done about Letitia or Molly or any of this situation in the last year that I've been on YouTube? Almost a year.
I have no idea, Nanya. But how can you say
Two.
nobody cares or loves
Two.
him when you
One
don't know?
today.
You've never spoke to his family before. You don't know that.
Say that again.
You're sitting here stating this fact that nobody cares about him or nobody loves him. How do you know that?
Because if you cared about the family, right? When they call you up and they say, "Oh my God, I just got this information. I think we need to take it to YouTube."
That's
You
not
would
what he said.
say, "Look, you're not going to get any answers if we keep going out there. Let's see if we can't handle this privately."
But that's not what happened.
How did it happen then, Veda?
He had talked to the coroner. He had talked to the medical examiner. He had talked to the police department. They couldn't get a hold of Dre whatsoever. So their only option is to come out publicly to try to reach her. They're
So I'm
trying
curious. I'm curious if the past 8 months, right? The past 8 months, the more that they went to the internet, she stopped responding to them. She wouldn't interact with them anymore. And they thought to themselves, well, shit, if we can't get answers, let's go back to the same internet that fucked this all up for us in the beginning.
It wouldn't
That's what you're
matter what
saying?
they did or who they talked to. She still is going to have her way and not let them see him.
And here's the thing. She's the wife and she can do that ethically, morally, characterly. Do I
And
agree with
they're
that?
the
Not
parents. His
necessarily.
mom shot
No,
him
I
up in her
don't.
vagina. I mean,
But
that's
there's nothing any of us can do to change that. Doing videos about it, them going live and saying she's killed him, like them doing all of that, that's not going to help them, right? You do understand that's not helping them.
I don't know what could help anybody at this point, girl. I just wanted to get them to him. That's it.
Okay. Oh my God, is Veda crying?
And I get that. I truly do. And I don't think that
And I
most of
care
the
about them.
people
I care
most of the people who not all, most of the people, well, I'm not going to say that. I would say two of the people, right? That one being you, one being somebody else, truly did want to help them. But bringing that to the internet is not going to help them. 8 months. 8 months
what are they
has
supposed to
already
do?
proven that wasn't going to help them.
They're desperate. What are they supposed to do? They
Let me
just
tell you.
want to
So
be with
here's,
him.
and this is just my opinion. I can't again, take it for what it's worth, because I'm nobody to them. I'm nobody to anybody on the internet. So there's that, right?
Y'all
But
be
here's my
respectful in the
thing.
comments, please.
How about,
I was telling them to be respectful in the comments.
oh,
Sorry.
how about first off, taking some accountability, right? Right? That's first, right?
Why do they
So
have to repay for all the mistakes of
no,
the
hear
past?
me out, right? If you want to build a bridge, you have to start with one brick, one piece of metal, one piece of whatever you build a fucking bridge with, right?
Right.
If you want to build a bridge, then you absolutely need to try. They've tried to go to the internet. They've tried the bashing of her. They've tried the dragging of her. They've tried the
Letitia has
accusations
never
against her.
done
They've
that.
tried that, right? That didn't work.
They
How
didn't
about
bash
trying
her.
love?
Molly and Justin did. They did. The family did not bash her to the extent. I've never seen Letitia do that. That's not fair.
No.
That they're being punished for some YouTubers' mistakes. That's not fair.
But the reason why, right? Reason why it gets linked to them is because those people, right? How many times has Molly said in the beginning she was Letitia's mouthpiece? She
No,
was
she was
speaking
saying
on
she was
behalf of the
everyone's
family. So
mouthpiece.
when you're speaking on the behalf of somebody, if I came up here and I spoke on behalf of nonsense, aren't people going to hold nonsense to what I've said?
So try to ruin Letitia's life off of what Molly says, right?
No,
That's
I'm not.
what
First of all, I
happened.
don't want to ruin anybody's life. That's never going to be my intentions. It's not who I am. I don't think anybody's life, nobody in this family's life should have been ruined by this. I can imagine that they were wrecked, absolutely wrecked in the beginning.
They
But
still
the
are.
choices that
It's
they
gotten
made
worse.
after being
What
wrecked,
choices
and the
did they
choices,
make? They came to the internet to beg for help, and this is what they got. I mean, Letitia's lost everything over this. I mean, did she deserve all of that for just wanting to see her son? Did she deserve this?
I don't think
Because
anybody
she didn't want to
deserved
show a
this.
bunch of people that didn't donate some fucking receipts that they don't deserve.
Here's my thing. I don't think anybody deserves anything, right? Like that's putting fault on somebody, and that's not right. What I will say though is at some point in time, actions have consequences. When she allowed somebody to be a mouthpiece that turned around and then used that same mouthpiece to bash, defame, and absolutely put her grandchildren at safety, that same mouthpiece, there's a certain amount, like, and I'm not saying she's not 100% at fault at this, right? Dre has a part in this too.
So
100%
what
she
did you just
does.
say to me, Nunya, when you came up here? You said, I speak for me, only me, nobody, what anybody else does has nothing to do with me. That's how they feel too. And they have been punished and tortured over stuff Molly said or Justin said. That's bullshit.
So if they weren't her mouthpiece, then
You
she should have
know how
absolutely, when
that
she was on
feels.
the phone with them, she should have said, "Hey, I'm only speaking for myself. You guys do you, but like I'm here because this is what I'm fighting for. This is what I want to happen. Anything else that said that's not me." Just like I came up here and said, I'm not answering for anybody else. I'm speaking for me and my words. I stand by every fucking word I said today.
Well, Letitia never told her to say, you're my mouthpiece or whatever. Letitia was up there talking herself, and she wasn't up there saying Dre murdered anybody. You never once heard her say that. You barely ever heard her say a bad thing about Dre.
No,
And if
she's
she
never
did, it was
pushed
out of
that
hand
narrative. Only Marvon Sr. has constantly pushed that narrative.
because he's
Marvon
hurt
Sr.
and he feels
constantly
like
talks
that.
about his
Letitia
assets,
doesn't.
and
Letitia
she's going to
doesn't
get all
deserve
his
it.
money, and she's going to get all his assets and all this stuff. Like that's been his narrative from the very first phone call he had. So his narrative is very clear. I've never seen Letitia do that. And what I'm explaining strictly is, and again, not that I 100% agree with it. What I'm saying though is when somebody stood up there and said, "I am this person's mouthpiece," they said that with their own mouths, right? And then she gets on the phone with them, and it seems like they are speaking for her because they are the family's representative in this moment. Then it does end up looking like the family is okay with these things being said. What the hell? That's crazy.
But I get that. But this woman has been through fucking hell and called every name in the book. Mom shamed, adopted shamed, you fucking name it, called a piece of shit, all kinds of stuff for nothing. She didn't deserve all this. I mean, damn, she's paid for what she's done. All I'm asking is just leave her alone.
But here's the thing though, wouldn't it be the same? It isn't it, don't you think that's what Dre would want too? On both sides, right? They both want to
She
be
has
able to
tried her
go,
ass off to be respectful to Dre. What did
but they
Letitia
but they
do?
both, right? But here's the thing though, but the internet hasn't stopped and she keeps going back to the internet.
When? When has Letitia started coming back to the internet?
Not Letitia. Not Letitia. She pretty much went away and has stayed fairly silent, only in comments, but she stayed fairly silent.
She has done everything she possibly fucking can. And she's been bashed as a mother when his father wasn't in his life either. There's nothing that's been done towards him. Why only her? Y'all just don't know the amount
I
of
also want to
fucking
clear something up.
harassment
You
she's
said I
gotten.
bashed her
That was
for
absolutely
giving him up for
horrible, Nanya.
adoption. I've never bashed her. And if you actually play my stream a little bit further, somebody mentioned him being put up for adoption in my comments. And I absolutely jumped on them and said, that's not what we're going to do, because I admire the fact that she made that choice. I can only imagine that it was a terrible and horrible choice she had to make, but she did what was best for him at that time. And I know how much, because he spoke on it constantly, how much he loved his grandfather before he passed away and how hard that was once he passed away for him and how much he loves his grandmother.
Okay, but do you think that his Marvon would want you up here, or nonsense, or just anybody, right? Coming up and saying that y'all are a piece of shit, that y'all have a place in hell, and that you're a piece of
That
shit.
was to the YouTubers.
Piece of shit.
I didn't say they had a place in hell. I talked to the YouTubers.
Okay.
Don't please.
Okay, wait. Okay, but it's okay for Molly to say things like, Dre used a sharp object on her kids. That she's going to, or that she would. It's okay for them to tell people to go and die. It was okay for Molly to say that, if y'all remember, she had said, I made a short of it, I think it was a short anyways, that she would rather have Vaughn have passed. You know, I mean, you think of all the crappy things that they have said. Molly has said some of the most disgusting things that I've ever heard come out of a fucking woman's mouth. And she says it with conviction. And she says it with meaning. Truth. She means what she says. I've heard it many times.
Please don't play my words. That was absolutely to the
Let's
YouTubers.
play your stream. You just said it. Let's play your stream then. I'm not.
You can absolutely rewind it because I talked about the YouTubers having a special place in hell right next to me.
Okay.
That was not to the family.
Let me go back.
Jan, wasn't it?
Do you need me to stop every 15 seconds? Or are you going to strike this?
No, I don't strike.
All right. In this 20 minutes, you do say it. Let's just listen. And I'll speed it up. Oh, damn button. Sorry, it's freezing. Thank you for coming up.
Sometimes on soapboxes, sometimes on high horses, and sometimes in the fucking slums of YouTube. I would absolutely.
All right, let me get to probably the 15-minute markup.
I wonder how you could be on a phone with somebody and they not actually work there. Maybe that's the reason why you couldn't confirm or play the whole full recorded phone call. Now that's interesting. Anyways, don't come on here. We don't want to see the bullshit anymore. We're over it, right? Leave them alone. Please go have your memorial. Have whatever you're going to have for them down there in Savannah. Okay? Enjoy, have at it, right? Do you. Live your life moving forward as if you believe he is dead. Please, for all of the internet's sake, and most importantly, for the kids, for his wife, and for his dignity. Because while everybody claims that they do this for him, fuck you all. Not one person has ever done this shit for him because it was never about him. It started as an attack on Dre. That's the reality of everything. You focused on Dre because it was easier to focus on her than your own shitty behavior as a parent, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but
hold on. Can you pause it for a second? So I see some of my subs are in here and they're commenting. I still stand by. I don't, please. I'm asking of you guys. This has nothing to do with her choice to give him up for adoption. It has nothing to do with her being his birth mother. So I would personally ask you, if you are one of my subs, to please not make comments on that. We can stick to the facts of the situation. We do not need to speak on that.
And please, because Letitia, she's in the comment section. So please.
Newsflash, you're a shitty parent. That's what it is. And your guilt from you not being the parent that he may have absolutely positively needed in his life, that caused him issues in his life throughout his entire fucking life, live and fucking die in that shit. That's what.
Jesus. This is probably what I took is that.
What you can do. That's a choice that you made. Congratulations. How wonderful of you to be able to do such a thing. But what you're not going to continue to doing is speak as if you know him. Speak as if you give a fuck about him, because you don't. Because if you did, you would have known that his love of everything was his wife and his kids. You would have known that. But you don't want to know that, right? Because it's so easy to hate her. It's so easy to be able to get over your own guilt and your own feelings of the way that you failed, your own failures. It's so easy to get over those by hating somebody else. I don't know if this is the anger part of your denial. I don't know of your grief process, but I hope it goes very quickly for you. I hope that you understand that what you did on the live the other day is bringing in CPS calls. It is bringing in calls to the police department. It is bringing in calls to the medical examiner / coroner's office. Congratulations. Great job. Way to breathe dignity to him. Way to show him how much you love him so much, right? You guys are doing amazing. No, you're not.
I'm sorry, Letitia.
And to the two daughters, the two sisters, who, well, mainly one, who he loved so much, and you were in his life up until that day, even afterwards, you were there. I don't know how you haven't sat down and told your mom and dad what the fuck is going on. We need to stop. We need to absolutely stop. I don't know. I have no clue how that's not happening. To the YouTubers who really don't care, this is a story to you. You'll just throw out anything that you hear. You'll just say whatever you want. You'll just believe anything you want. Good for you. Good for you. If it brings the clicks and views that you're looking for, absolutely. Great. Good for you. But I hope and pray that this never happens to your family. I hope that you never have children, that this happens to you and your spouse. I hope that nobody in your family ever has a struggle with or fights against mental illness and has to deal with these thoughts with you around. That's my hope for you. I believe that there is a very, very special place, in a place that's very hot, reserved specifically for you. Now, I may be there right next.
Okay.
So there you go. That was to the YouTubers.
Where did that say to the YouTubers?
Go back a little bit.
You'll just throw out anything that you hear. You'll just say whatever
Go
you
back a
want.
little bit
You'll
more.
just believe anything you want. Good for you. But you don't want to know that, right? Because it's so easy to hate her. It's so easy to be able to get over your own guilt and your own feelings of the way that you failed, your own failures. It's so easy to get over those by hating somebody else. I don't know if this is the anger part of your denial. I don't know of your grief process, but I hope it goes
Okay, that's talking about the parents.
Yeah.
very quickly for you. I hope that you understand that what you did on the live the other day is bringing in CPS calls. It is bringing in calls to the police department. It is bringing
That's still the parents.
in calls to the medical examiner slash coroner's office. Congratulations. Congratulations. Great job. Way to breathe dignity to him. Way to show him how much you love him so much, right? You guys are doing amazing.
Still
No,
to them.
you're not. And to the two daughters, the two sisters, who, well, mainly one, who he loved so much, and you were in his life up until that day, even afterwards, you were there. I don't know how you haven't sat down and told your mom and dad what the fuck is going on. We need to stop. We need to absolutely stop. I don't know. I have no clue how that's not happening. To the YouTubers who really don't care, this is a story to you. You'll just throw out anything that you hear. You'll just say whatever you want. You'll just believe anything you want. Good for you. Good for you. If it brings the clicks and views that you're looking for, absolutely. Great. Good for you. But I hope and pray that this never happens to your family. I hope that you never have children, that this happens to you and your spouse. I hope that nobody in your family ever has a struggle with or fights against mental illness and has
There
to
you
deal
go.
with these thoughts with you around. That's my hope for you. I believe that there is a very, very special place, in a place that's very hot, reserved specifically for you. Now, I may be there right next to you, but I'm good with it. I can guarantee you'll be there with me, though. Can guarantee it. So while everybody is here building out more frames than fucking Aaron Brothers and, oh my God, nonsense this, oh my God, this, that, let's hold some people.
All right, I stand corrected. All right.
And I do stand by again. And you know this. Literally,
But you know how
I've gone a
frustrating this
year.
stream is to them.
I've spoke with Letitia myself. I've gone an entire year watching them stand by and let this happen.
They can't control them, girl.
They
They
can't.
can't
You know
tell
how
them
they
where
control it,
they
Veda?
when they can and can't go
You
up
know
on
how they
YouTube.
control it?
You want the truth about the death? You want to know why Molly and Letitia quit talking? Because of the last death hoax.
I
killed
know
Letitia.
that. I already know that. That's
She
the
didn't
difference.
stand
I
by that
already
at
know
all.
that. And I know that's the reason why she stepped away and hasn't even spoke to her up to this point. But no matter what, right? Every death hoax that comes along, everything is just a ploy to try and force Dre to give them an update. Right? You can't undo what that lady has been through. Just like I can't undo with anybody else. You absolutely did, Letitia. I will go and pull screenshots right now for Veda. We absolutely spoke.
Hey, be nice. Well, do you want to do? We're getting along now, but I know it won't last long. So, do you want to do a joint stream? Give each other a week. We'll come up here and we'll have the topics listed out. You bring your receipts. I'll bring mine.
Yeah, I don't have no problem.